Hi guys, what's going on? It's episode 149 of this Burnley career mode for FIFA 18 as we now look to get all this season finished in preparation, of course, for FIFA 19. That's coming out at the end of September. In fact, it's only 10 days or so to go now before the game is actually released to the market. Right, we left you with a little spoiler in the last episode, a little cliffhanger about Emmanuel Dennis. We'd already signed Justin Kluivert. Now, this was the contract. We'd already agreed a deal to sign Emmanuel Dennis with a swap deal with Trent Alexander-Arnold. So we were looking to sign him on get him on a contract. We offered him a 5-year deal. Young player, 22 years old. Striker, he could go anything up towards 90 rated if he wanted to. 85 rated. He's such a good player. He's got plenty of pace. He's got a fantastic foot as well. We're buying him, of course, from, I think it's called Bruges. I think we're getting him from. A terrific talent, and I think he'll do very, very well for us in this career mode and give an extra forward option for Balotelli as well. So the transfer deal has gone ahead, so we can now look at the cutscene where Emmanuel Dennis will be paraded. Here he is. Las Palmas was the team that was not I thought, oh, it wasn't Club Brugge, it was Las Palmas. That's Justin Kluivert. That we bought Justin Kluivert from. So Las Palmas we bought from, but it was Emmanuel Dennis. That's Emmanuel Dennis. Yeah, very good signing on a swap deal, and Club Brugge. We got him for note, and we got Trent Alexander-Arnold off the other way in that deal. So they got their right back they wanted. So let's begin the first of two games. First of all, in the League Cup at home to Manchester City. Welcome to Turf Moor for the League Cup semi-final first leg between Burnley and Manchester City. And as you saw in the opening part of the episode, 2-0 signings. One starts, the other is on the bench. Justin Kluivert wears number 11 from the 40 you may have seen because we changed his kick number. So he wears number 11 this afternoon. He comes in for Andre Schürrle, who drops to the bench. The other three changes see Ings and Balotelli restored up front alongside Tom Davies, who's been restored as well. Emmanuel Dennis, another new signing who costs nothing because he was the make way for Alexander-Arnold going the other way. He starts on the bench if required. John Stutzy doing some business in January just to make sure that the last 3 months of the career mode Burnley can get some trophies won. Manchester City line up with Joe Hart, the captain. He's in goal. Gabriel Jesus and Belotti are the two up front. Pjanic, Fernandinho and Silva, they're players to watch. Mangala and Otamendi, not the best defenders around in the game, but real opportunity for Burnley to exploit that. And of course, Mario Balotelli up front for Burnley tonight will be have extra motivation, I'm sure. They're trying to win this game. Man in charge, Graham Scott of Oxfordshire. So this really is the acid test. 2 legs, second leg in 2 weeks' time at the Etihad Stadium. Burnley's second successive game in all competitions at home. Away we go. City in sky blue, attacking the goal to our left. Burnley in claret and blue, attacking the goal to our right. Otamendi to Pjanic. Fernandinho. See how Justin Kluivert beds into this game. Jesus. Hooked away once more. Now then, Balotelli. First chance to see how Justin Kluivert performs here. And Kluivert does well. Done very well indeed. Gray. Header was blocked. Now Belotti. Pereira. Pjanic. Silva. Jesus. Flag up for offside. No, they just nicely. Flag was clearly up there. Of course, the game doesn't going to be settled tonight. It's going to be settled over 2 legs. Hughes. Did well. Ings now into the attack. Balotelli up ahead. Ings has a second goal, and then Davis! Really good strike. Ings got a little bit lucky the second time, and unfortunately Tom Davis cut right across. Goal kick given. Belotti. Oh, stopped beautifully by Davis. Kluivert. Just touch a little hesitant there. Here's Jesus. Good save. Could have been an away goal there. Tom Eaton saw to that. Still not away yet. Silva. Jesus. Over the top. Real opportunity there for Manchester City to take the lead in the game, but to no avail. Ben Mee. Lucky it found Ings. Gray. Burnley just looking a little bit shaky at the moment. 4 changes from the win against Derby in the FA Cup. Shouldn't really have to take its toll here. Jesus is through. Shot deflected. And the ball ricochets out of play for a corner. We go to the halfway mark of the first half. It was Jesus' shot again. And Gerard Piqué, the experienced campaigner, getting himself in the way. Oh, Heaton got a good hand on that. And he allows Trippier to come in and find Will Hughes. Things up ahead, and I think he's timed his run okay. Kluivert is there too. Kluivert's there. A goal! It's Justin Kluivert on his debut, and Burnley take the lead. What a lovely move. Turf ball goes absolutely mad. Ings did well. Kluivert onside. James is run absolutely to perfection. Joe Hart to meet him. Can't do anything about it. And Burnley, having been under the cosh for large parts of the first half, have got themselves ahead. On his full debut, he breaks his Burnley duck. A Turf Moor rejoicing. 29 minutes gone. Wow. It's all turned here. Justin Kluivert. Balotelli holds the ball up well. Davis. And Kluivert's in again. Could this be 2? It is 2! Justin Kluivert! 2 goals in 5 minutes for him! What an inspired signing! And Burnley extend their lead to 2-0! My word, what football! Davis, and they left him completely unmarked, and he finished with some aplomb. It's a gorgeous finish by the Dutchman, son of course of Patrick Kluivert. And that was the finish was almost like he's reminiscent of his father. 2 goals for him on his debut. Couldn't have gone any better for Justin Kluivert if he tried. Unbelievable. It's Burnley 2, Manchester City now. Belotti for City, who look absolutely shell-shocked. Danny Ings. Here goes Kluivert again. This man's on fire. And he's found Gray. And the cross in. Kluivert's here again. Almost a hat-trick. Burnley playing with a real swagger here this evening. And Clivert almost getting the third. And his third. Joe Hart says no, not on your Nelly for the time being anyway. Great corner. Disappointing in the end. Here's Robertson. Good ball, and again Clivert breaks the trap. And Ings, it's scored! It's 3! What a first half for Burnley! City being pulled apart. Justin Clivert again. 2 goals and now an assist for Danny Ings. It's getting better and better and better. Joe Hart again, no chance. Burnley 3 now, Manchester City 0. And Pep's team being taken to the cleaners. Turf Moor is officially shaking. Wow. 3 goals in a 15-minute period towards the end of the second half. It's been, the end of the first half rather, it's been a real exhibition of non-stop attacking football from Burnley, who have shown no mercy to their more illustrious opponents. Jesus, away from PK. City now will desperately want to score the next one. Pereira, Ben-Mee to face him. Ben-Mee took him from behind according to the assistant and the referee. No booking for Ben-Mee. I think that's right. I don't think you could give a booking in that circumstance. Slid in and took him through the man. So Burnley here have a free kick to defend inside the 3 minutes of stoppage time we have. The away goal now for City could be so crucial, and punched away by Tom Heaton. Let's just see it at half time. Indeed it does. Wow, what a first 45 minutes, and what a 45 minutes Justin Clivert's had. 2 goals in 5 minutes to him, and then the assist for the third, nodded in by Ings. 4 minutes from half time, and City are right up against it. Half time in the first leg of the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. Burnley 3, Manchester City 0. Well, welcome back to the second half. Marcelo is on for Bernat. Half-time change for Manchester City. No changes for Burnley, incidentally, who lead by 3 goals to 0. Just a classic case, really. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's the Lord of Gray, who kept it in well. Davis. Well, he did well. Davis! Good save. Hart. Clivert. Good cross again. Justin Clivert having a terrific night. As Williams intercepts. Brings into Trippier. Gray. To Ings. Can he get Balotelli in behind? Not quite. A 4th one would really put City's noses out of joint. Good tackle. Nothing wrong with that at all. The City players claiming it was a foul. It definitely wasn't. And that's going to go through to Tom Heaton. No trouble at all. Here's Robertson. Burnley 3-0 up on the night. And it would be a good lead if it was to stay that way, or even better, take back to the Etihad for the second leg, where they're going to be the away team. Sandwiched in between between now and the second leg. 2 important league games, one at home to Crystal Palace and one against Bournemouth. Damari Gray. Robertson looking for Clivert, can't find Clivert. 25 to go. Burnley in complete control of the destiny of this tie. They've got Manchester City right where they want them. Marcelo. Ben-Mee back to Tom Heaton. Looks so comfortable, so accomplished with the ball here, Burnley. And look at Kluivert. He's got Balotelli waiting in the centre. Kluivert's cross, and Gray's free, and over the bar. Well, off comes Otamendi, who's had a torrid time, and on comes Virgil van Dijk for the remaining 20 minutes. Burnley 3 up. Being winning the header. Win them all day long. PK there too. So too is Davis. Hughes doing well, shielding the ball fantastically well. Now then, Balotelli up against Van Dijk. Van Dijk just about one out. A difficult night for Balotelli in some respects. Ings on the turn. Good save. Burnley looking for that 4th one that would wrap the game. That would make the tie so practically winnable before the second leg's even been before the ball has been kicked in the second half. Those 3 quick-fire goals in the first half could have really have changed the complexity of the tie. Burnley look to defend. Jesus! The goalkeeper's there again. Here's Justin Kluivert. What a night he's had. 2 goals and an assist. Been a bit more, a little bit lively in the second half. Not as lively as he was obviously in the first. Good block. And again. The football being produced here by Burnley tonight has been nothing short of first class. And look at Balotelli go. Look at Balotelli go. Look at Balotelli go. Good save. And Ings can't get on the rebound. 2 added minutes at the end. Here's Belotti. Looks like it's going to be a 3-0 result. The referee blows the time. My goodness. Burnley have outgunned and outwitted Pep Guardiola's team, and Justin Kluivert was at the hub of it all. 3 goals for him, and they looked in complete command. 2 goals for him, 1 for Ings. They had chances to make it 4. Gray most notably heading over the bar, but what a lead to take back to the Etihad. At the end of the first leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final, it's finished Burnley 3, Manchester City 0. Wow, what a performance. 3-0. All the goals admittedly coming in the first half of the match, but even so, a great result there. The second leg looks more easily poised after the first leg at Anfield. Liverpool won, Manchester City, Liverpool won, Chelsea won. So Burnley at the moment, if they can hold on to that lead they gained in the second leg at the Etihad on the 28th of the month, then we go through to Wembley at the end of on the 1st of March. So it's important that we stay disciplined for that second leg. Right, anyway, let's get back to league business, because obviously we've all played 20 games and it's 41 points all between ourselves and Everton. We got a better goal difference than them, just to remind you of the league situation. But we're going into a game against Crystal Palace here, knowing that if another 3 points would make that title race that little bit more palatable here. It's going to be so close, I think, with the title race. I think it's going to go to the wire between ourselves, Everton, maybe Chelsea and Manchester United in there as well. Finland try to offer us an international offer, but we obviously we buff it, and but it's as you were as we take on Crystal Palace then at Turf Moor. Can we keep our good form going? Remember, out of 20 games we've lost just 3, Everton to 5, but it could still swing to and fro. So let's get over to Turf Moor for the 3rd game running as we take on Crystal Palace, who are going to this game needing the points to stave off relegation. So it's a real big game at the top and bottom of the Premier League. Well, welcome to Turf Moor. Burnley having absolutely steamrolling Manchester City on Wednesday, or on Tuesday night. It won't change on that team, and we're going to see the debut of young Emmanuel Dennis, If he can make the same impact as his fellow newbie Justin Kluivert did on Tuesday, then he's got one hell of a future. Partners Danny Ings, Balotelli drops to the bench, but we'll tell you the lineups in just a second or two as the teams line up. So let's look at that Burnley side. Tom Heaton in goal is per usual. Trippier, May, PK and Robertson. Trippier in fact are subject to a £10 million deal for Barcelona that's been rebuffed. Gray, Hughes, Davis and Kluivert keep their places. Ings up front, and into the starting lineup comes Emmanuel Dennis. I'll tell you, as I say, drops to the bench alongside Andre Schürrle and Stephen Defoe. Let's look at Crystal Palace, 15th at the moment in the table. Login in goal. Jasper, Riedeveld, Amat, Sacco and Desquilio across the back. Anor, Much, Gomandonis and Robbie Brady, the ex-Claret, and another ex-Claret, Chris Wood up front. The likes of Townsend, Shupp, Ashley Barnes amongst the substitutes, another ex-Claret. And Palace were whooped 7-0 at Selhurst early on in the season. I've got a very suspicious feeling it won't be the same today. The referee from South Yorkshire, Craig Pawson. Oh, Emmanuel Dennis, his first touch of a Burnley shirt is to get the game started, and Burnley, for the record, attacking the goal to our right. And Claret and Blue, and here's Ings! Chipping the ball over the goalkeeper and over the bar. Palace in the dark strip, and they're going to attack the goal to our left, the Jimmy McElroy stand. Brady, Much, back to Brady. Chris Wood, Gamales, Desquilio has got in. Big chance for Crystal Palace. He's blazed it over. Well, a chance each in the opening 7 minutes of the first half. Roy Hodgson knows that was a great opportunity. Here's Ben Mee. Laying out from the back. Gray. Can't pick out Kluivert. Gaspar got there first. It's a good ball over the top, and Brady's stolen in. Wood is there, so too is Trippier. Here's Will Hughes. Danny Ings. In no support. Emmanuel Dennis wasn't making himself too available. Coming towards the quarter of an hour gone, and Anor has got through. Anor's got through. Chris Wood. Chris Wood. A quarter of an hour gone. Would have been a handy time for Crystal Palace to go in front there. Wood hitting it over. Burnley top on goal difference at the start of the day. It's a good ball, looking forwards of Emmanuel Dennis. Who's got there, Emmanuel Dennis? Good ball over there. Robertson winning the battle very, very well. Palace having one or two openings here. Anor is through. Good, robust challenge by Hughes, but it's Much to Wood. Now Brady. Can't find Wood. PK again, showing all his experience. Ings holds it up. Dennis. Kluivert. Still Kluivert. And he's got space here. It's Justin Kluivert. He's scored another. 3 in a week for Justin Kluivert, and Burnley take the lead. He's on a hot streak. 2 games in, or into his second game, and that's his 3rd goal for Burnley, and his first in Premier League football. And the Palace defence completely split, and he went into the gap totally untracked with the ball. Khan and Osinwe, the defending team, And Justin Kluivert proving every penny of that 22 million John Stutzy paid for him. Fantastic. First of the season, 1-0. Here's Sacco for Palace. Brady. Oh, here's Wood at the other end. And still a chance, Kamales. Kamales for Palace. Oh, he's missed it. Well, on another day, Palace could have had 3 goals. Kamales lost his head there and just narrowly missed. Just needed to keep his head a bit better. And it was 1-1. Oh dear me, Heaton. It's Chris Wood. And that is a goal. And totally and utterly of Burnley's own making. Tom Heaton trying to play the ball out from the back. He got caught. And the former Burnley striker Chris Wood has scored against his old club. Poor defending as well, but it all started with the lacklustre kick out from Tom Heaton. Very rare he makes mistakes like that. And Chris Wood has had a Christmas present. All his Christmases have come at once. Good finish by the Kiwi. Palace level. 32 minutes gone, and you've got to say they've fully deserved it. Well, that's a setback for Burnley. Really playing. They were second best, but took the lead for Justin Kluivert. And just wanted to settle down, and almost that ball from Gray got through to Dennis. But to no avail. Much. Kamales. A little chip forward again. Robertson clearly winning the header. Brady. This Scaliggio. And it's right across, and Wood is in there. And Wood gets a second bite. But blazes it over. Burnley really at 6s and 7s here at the back, and Wood don't think he had the angle or the accuracy there to really test the goalkeeper. Burnley will feel relieved that Heaton hasn't been tested there. Trippier. Still Trippier. No foul. Kamales for Palace. Davis. Gray. Wood. Still Chris Wood. And over on the far side. And Brady winning that one. Oh, the goalkeeper's mistake and a goal! Chris Wood for Palace. The title race is taking an unexpected twist. 2 mistakes from the goalkeeper. And Burnley are in trouble. Palace fans are in dreamland. A ball walk forward and mix up between me and the goalkeeper. And Chris Wood gets his second goal. It's Burnley 1, Crystal Palace 2. Roy is absolutely happy about that. And now it's all to play for. You wait so long for your second goal. You're stuck on 1 for most of the season, then 2 come along at once. That's surely a foul there on Ings. The referee blows for half time, and what a turn up for the Bucks here. Burnley are trailing at half time. They took the lead through Justin Kluivert, but then Chris Wood pouncing on 2 mistakes by the goalkeeper and Burnley defence to give us a half time scoreline here at Turf Moor. Burnley 1, Crystal Palace 2. Well, welcome back to an amazed Turf Moor here, because Crystal Palace, who are struggling at the bottom, are leading title chasing Burnley by 2-1 as Palace in dark shirts in an all dark strip kickers underway, attacking the goal to our right. And here's Anor, and Robertson had to take him out there because Palace may have been in for something. It's going to be a yellow card here for the Scots. Well, it's all happening here at the start of the second half. The Burnley fans already wild by a concession of 2 sloppy goals at the end of the first half, and now a yellow card to boot for Andy Robertson. Now it's a Norwood a free kick. Much turning. May has to get it out. Clibert gets it forward. Davis. And here's Dennis. Big chance now for the debutant. It's Emmanuel Dennis! He's done it! Burnley on level. 2-2. Emmanuel Dennis! And the relief around Turf Moor is unbelievable. Clean through. Palace Court Square. They pushed too many men forward. I felt Crystal Palace, and 1-1 with the goalkeeper. No chance at all. And Emmanuel Dennis on debut has made it 2-2. 2 per ward for Palace, 1 for Clibert, and now 1 for the other debutant in the Premier League, Emmanuel Dennis. 2-2. Great. Dennis. He's got the taste for it now. Still Dennis. Dennis! Deflected in! It's 2 goals to Emmanuel Dennis! And it's 3-2! Incredible! These two do not produce boring games at all. A little bit of luck perhaps with a deflection, but you make your luck in this world. Deflects off Sacco and past the keeper. Loigin has no chance there, hits his backside and goes in. But you take that goal away from Emmanuel Dennis if you dare. 2 quick fire goals for him. 3-2 to Burnley. From 2-1 down. What an extraordinary comeback. 10 minutes into the second half. It's Burnley 3, Crystal Palace 2. Kamales. Anor. And punched away by Heaton. Much is there too. Oh! Good save. Watch it, this one with a lot of venom. A very good save indeed. And here comes the corner. Robbie Brady. And, oh! Just wide. I think it might have come off a defender. So lining up again for a corner. Once again, Robbie Brady to take. Header one. Easy for Heaton. Justin Clibert. Sacco. Clibert had to go in hard, and that will be a free kick to Palace. Sacco is prostrate on the ground, and I fancy a yellow card coming out here from the referee. Indeed. In fact, that will be the last action that Clibert will play in the match. And while Sacco off injured, he felt he had the right to go for the ball, the Dutchman, but yellow card given. Not a bad replacement to have on your side. Andre Schürrle enters the fray. But it's a free kick to Palace. They were 2-1 up, but now are 3-2 down. Oh, and they nearly were back at 3-3. It was Chris Wood again, almost grabbing the hat-trick, and now here comes Andros Townsend. This has been an extraordinary match. Ben-Mee. PK. Davis to Hughes. Here's Emmanuel Dennis, he threw again. What a chance for the hat-trick. Emmanuel Dennis. There it is. What a way to announce yourself in claret and blue. Emmanuel Dennis. 4-2 to Burnley. And I fancy Tom Heaton and Ben Mee will be buying the new boy a couple of drinks afterwards, because his hat-trick alone has bailed them out of the black stuff. What a glorious finish from Emmanuel Dennis. Hat-trick hero. And what a way to mark your debut in claret and blue. And he came on a swap deal with Trent Alexander-Arnold going the opposite way. Well, he's just written himself into folklore now. Everyone was decided to give Balotelli a rest. Well, he might have just given Stutzy a real selection headache. And Dennis is through again. It couldn't be another one for him. It's Dennis. It's another. It's 5. And Dennis has got 4 of them. Turf stands as 1. And Burnley, who looked in complete trouble early on, are now romping away with it. They got 7 in the game at Selhurst without reply. Scored another 5, 13 goals. They've scored in the 2 matches with Crystal Palace. And Emmanuel Dennis is having one of those debuts that everybody would want. As Palace go again in search of a third one. Oof. My word, that was confidence. Robertson. Sheller keeps it in well. Here's Dennis. He's trying to turn provider for Ings this time, but Lobgame puts that one out the air, no trouble at all. That's a good ball forward, and Chris Wood now, who's on a hat-trick himself, he's through. Wood! Across the face, goal kick. Di Scalaccio coming off. And Jeff Schlupp will enter the fray. Double substitution for Burnley. Both strikers coming up, and look at the reception. He's getting Emmanuel Dennis. 4 goals. Abraham comes on for Ings. Balotelli replaces Dennis. And Burnley now have used up all their subs. Abraham. Gaspar across. Brady. Oh, Wood's in again. And Jordan March has hit the post. Well, Palace are not giving up. They're not giving in by any stretch. Good ball forward here, Tammy Abraham. Big chance now for the substitute. Tammy Abraham, 6-2. They've run riot in their second half. 5 unanswered goals. Burnley are now on a hot streak. Tammy Abraham gets himself on the score sheet. And it's looking a devastating scoreline. Palace will feel hard done by because they were well within the game at 2-1 up going in to half time. But in the second half, it's fair to say Burnley really cut loose and have done themselves justice. 6-2. And that surely must be that. These two teams don't deal in with blank scores. It's always goals are plenty in the fixtures, certainly in the ones at Turf Moor over the years. 5 added minutes to the end. Here's Balotelli. And he's been chopped down, and he could be clean through on goal, conceivably. Now the referee's got a decision to make. Does he send the man off? Yep. Jordi Amat has to go. Look to me, that was a clear goal scoring opportunity. And Jordi Amat had to bring him down. Red card. Correct decision from the referee. He used to take the free kick. He's gone short here to Ben Mee. Mee strikes. And wide. 500 minutes to add on at the end of all this mayhem at the second half. Crystal Palace will be disappointed it's 5 minutes, because I'm sure they want the second half to end very, very quickly. Look at the amount of saves Tom Heaton's had to make compared to his opposite number. And they're still going here. Wood. Much. Good save. Would have been no more than consolation, that. Here's Jordan Much again. There's the shot. Well parried. Corner kick. Much to take. Good header. And a good save. Balotelli. And there goes the final whistle. On a day when Emmanuel Dennis came of age. 4 goals unanswered. Justin Kluivert got one of the other goals. And Tammy Abrahams-Delbert, 2 goals from Chris Wood, gave Palace a 2-goal lead. But then Burnley absolutely ran right, scored 5 unanswered goals in the second half, and have run right with the match. Final score then at the Jubilant Turf Moor: Burnley 6, Crystal Palace 2. What a comeback. 2-1 down, we looked lost. We looked dead and buried. But then we came back and, well, we took charge, didn't we? Emmanuel Dennis, what a debut. And look at that. Everton lost to Liverpool in the Merseyside derby. So we're now 3 points ahead. Brilliant stuff. At the wrong end of the table, so Palace are in trouble. They're 3 points above the drop zone. And look at the bottom now. It could be anyone's. It's Newcastle, Bournemouth and Birmingham in the bottom 3 at the moment. So it could go either way there as regards relegation as well. City and Liverpool down in a lonely 8th and 9th place. Chelsea and Arsenal incidentally completing the top 4 with United in 5th, Man United in 5th and Spurs 6th. And well done to Watford, they're 7th at the moment. Huddersfield looking in good shape in 10th place. So Burnley top by 3 points. Now then, it's ours to lose. It's been an amazing journey. And of course, we're bringing news of the draw of the 4th round of the FA Cup, of course. These are the replays. Barnsley 1, Nottingham Forest 2, Bolton 1, Sunderland 1. Sunderland going for penalties in that one. Millwall have beaten Oldham by 2-0. Stoke have knocked out West Ham. West Brom narrowly beaten by Man City on penalties after a 2-2 draw. 5-4 they won on penalties, City. No problems for Crystal Palace. Winners by 3-0 over Wigan. And Huddersfield beat Bury in a Lancashire-Yorkshire clash. So let's have a look at the 3rd round draw. Well, some good games here. Hull host Liverpool. Bristol City against Brighton. Our match will be between... The next FA Cup tie will be between Burnley and Newcastle United. Cardiff against Shrewsbury. Chelsea play Watford. Crystal Palace take on Wolves. Everton against Stoke City rather. Fulham host Huddersfield. Manchester United against Bournemouth. Millwall against Leeds. Nottingham Forest against Norwich. Preston host Southampton at Deepdale. Sheffield Wednesday play Walsall. Sunderland at home to Swansea City. Sheffield United host Spurs at Bramall Lane. And Manchester City have to make the long trip down to the Kansam Stadium to play Oxford. So that's your 4th round draw. Well, that brings us to the end of this episode. It's been a remarkable episode. We had 3 against Manchester City in the League Cup semi, and then we had another few goals there coming up against... with another few goals coming up against Palace, so another 7, and no, another 8, so a total of 11 goals this episode. It's been magnificent. We'd have to go some to do that. Ben Mee, we've had an offer rejected. Tammy Abraham doesn't want to be benched, but we'll let you know the team line up until next time. So the games that are going to be done are going to be Bournemouth away and Manchester City away. and that will be next on the agenda. So hope you can join me for that. From me, JB, have a fantastic day. I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode. Those 2 games are going to be so crucial, and of course we'll have the end of the transfer deadline day as well. Alright then, from now, take care, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you later. Bye.